Hey everybody, it's Luunii here. So I know this is a little bit late of a video, but I wanted to make this to thank everyone for reaching 500 subscribers. You already all knew this was coming, I was going to do a Q&A eventually. I got a lot of Sonic DX Rewritten questions, but you know what? That's completely fine. You know, it is what it is. But without any further ado, I guess let's just hop right into it. Okay, so the first question I got is, are you planning on doing more collabs with other people later in the future, either with voice acting, drawing, music, making, etc., for really any of your content? Well, honestly, I've been thinking about it in the past, but you know, I don't really have anybody to collaborate with at the moment, but if I do ever find somebody, I'll definitely let you all know. It's definitely something I've been thinking about. Your second question was, do you plan on doing animation or animatics in the future for any of your music videos you make, or do you want to still stick with drawing for now? Well, to be honest, I've been thinking a lot about doing animatics for at least a few of my songs. So, you know, in the future I guess you all have to look forward to that, because that's definitely something I'm going to do. Okay, so the next question I got was, can I show off some gameplay from the Sonic.exe remake, or rewritten? Well, honestly I can't do that at the moment because, well, you know, as of right now it's just a conceptual thing. All of the images that you see in there that look like gameplay are just, you know, edited images. I don't really have any gameplay down at the moment because, well, as of right now it's not fully planned to be a game, but I'll get to that in another question. So for my next question I got the question of, what makes Sonic.exe Rewritten so different? Well, the original idea behind Rewritten was that it was going to be basically if Sega made a canonical Sonic.exe, and obviously, you know, Sega doesn't do the whole, like, Sonic.exe thing in a regular sense, so it was just my interesting idea of what if Sega actually genuinely made a version of Sonic.exe for a game? What would that look like? What would it play like? And, well, that's basically the whole idea I wanted to go with for Rewritten in the first place, is just showing what a possible, actually genuine, canonical Sega Sonic.exe could look like. As for your second question of why is Eggman wearing a bee suit, well, there's actually a reason for that. The reason is that all of the designs for the characters are going to be based off of their Toyko Toy Show counterparts. While it is true that Tails and Knuckles don't actually genuinely have Toyko Toy Show counterparts, Eggman does have one, and in his concept art he's shown to be wearing a sort of bee-colored suit, which is why I chose to give him that design. Okay, so my next question is a question about everything in general. How do you make your music and art so dang good? Oh, I'm really flattered that you actually think that. You know, I always try my best at this stuff, so I'm always really happy to know that people enjoy what I do. It's not even my full-time job, it's just a hobby I do on the side, so I'm really happy that people are enjoying it, you know? So I guess my answer to that would be, well, you know, just with a lot of practice with art and music, I just managed to get that good. Another question here is, are you a psycho? No, I don't think so. Last I checked, I think I was pretty much normal. Yeah, am I? No, I don't think I am. I think I'm pretty much normal. Okay, so the next question was, for the Time Over mix, are you going to use your own EXEs or just use the same ones from the Mario mix? Well, there was a few interesting ideas I had with that for Time Over mix. There are only a few songs I plan on making for that being that I might possibly do the first two from the Mario mix, but I also plan on doing a special one, which would be the disc-driven song. I don't really know what direction I'm going to take for that yet, but I know for a matter of fact that I will do that at some point in the future. The next question is, who are you and why are you in my recommended? Well, I'm gonna be honest with you, pal, I don't know. I mean, unless you look at Sonic.exe stuff for FNF stuff, I guess that's why I'm here. So the next question is another Sonic.exe rewritten question, which is, are the characters vessels for souls, or are some of them actually characters of the game? This is a very interesting question, actually, because while some of the characters do have souls, some of the characters actually don't. For example, Cream does not actually contain a soul and is not a vessel. Cream is just herself, while other characters like Tails and Knuckles actually have a soul inhibiting them. It's a very interesting direction, but there's definitely going to be a reason for that explained in the future. Okay, now I'm going to address the question that has come up the most. This is a question I've seen a lot, not only throughout this Q&A, but throughout other things too, and that is the question of, is Sonic.exe Rewritten going to be an actual game? As of right now, I'm uncertain of if it is going to be. Right now, I wanted to say a conceptual thing, but I'm very open to it becoming an actual game in the future if I can get the proper team for it. You know, like a team who actually wants to do the work, won't slack off, won't just randomly quit, won't be in it to do the fame, just, you know, for the fame. I want, like, a group of people who are actually, you know, wanting to do the project and understand the vision I want to go for. So, will Sonic.exe Rewritten be a game? Maybe in the future it will be. Maybe I'll actually find the passion to, like, you know, gather up a team and make it, but until then, well, it's just going to be a concept for now. So, yet another Sonic.exe Rewritten question. Huh, you guys really like Sonic.exe Rewritten, huh? I thought there'd be some questions about Project Alpha or some of my other stuff, but you know what, that's fine. I can still answer stuff like that. So their question was, will there be a Shadow EXE, Rouge EXE, or a Silver EXE? Well, Honestly, that's an interesting question, because I've never really considered the possibility of where I was going to put them. I knew for a matter of fact that they would be characters in the story, I still don't know where I'm putting them yet. I know that Shadow is going to be one of the characters that will fight against Sonic, but I'm not fully sure, what I'm going to do with that. As for why I pronounce it that way, that leads into the final question. So the next question, and the final question I'm going to answer, is yet another Sonic.exe rewritten question, which is, who is Sonic? Well, okay, not Sonic, the Sonic.exe replacement. Well, first thing I should say is that their name actually has a weird pronunciation, that being Sirnik. Kind of like the S, and then the word zero, and then Nick, so Sonic, or Sonic. You could pronounce it either of the two ways. But basically just know that that's who Sonic.exe is in this storyline. As for who they are, well, I can't really fully say. The idea is, once again, as I mentioned in one of the previous questions, is that, again, it would be a canonical version of a sort of Sega Sonic.exe. So his motives and stuff are clearly unknown. But he does exist, it's unclear where he came from, but it's most likely some type of demon trying to impersonate Sonic. So now that we're out of the questions, one thing I do have to point out is that on my 400 subscriber special, some of you guys had some interesting comments about this new Looney model. I gotta say, I guess I'm somewhat flattered that you find them attractive, but seriously. I mean, this probably isn't really the place to be horny, especially on a 400 subscriber special. But I guess I could tell you some information about this character. Their name is actually Lila. They're a gardener, who is basically human. There's not much really else to say about them. They're just a gardener who's a human who just, enjoys doing their own thing. They do have some plant magic, though, which is something they got from their parents. And honestly, I did finish a model sheet of them in the past, so here's that model sheet really quickly so you all can see what they fully look like. So I didn't see any questions about it, but I did want to take a little bit to talk about Project Alpha. For those who don't know, Project Alpha is actually my true passion project. Leagues above any FNF stuff, or hell, even Sonic.exe rewritten stuff I've been working on. I've been working on Project Alpha for over 4 years now, pretty much. I know, it's amazing. I've been working on it with my friend Venus recently. We've been rewriting characters, adding in a bunch of new stuff. It's just been really fun, and I've been really enjoying doing it. It's my real, true passion project, and I really hope that you all show stuff like that some support. Because, I posted some tracks for it, and I think personally that they're really good. I also wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about my Remake album. The main thing posted on my channel as the sort of cover video on there. I just want to say, it is one of my main things I did. I spent a month working on that, which is honestly longer than I spent making at least one Sonic.exe rewritten song. Most of those songs took me, at least a day or two, maybe even 3 to make. But that Remake album took me over a month to make. And it took me some of my friends helping me and, some other stuff too. So I really, really hope that you all show it some support. Even though I know that it's been around for a while and it's not really as high quality as, some of my other stuff, I still spent a lot of time on it, and I really hope you all at least, show it some support. I'll link it down in the description for those who want to check it out. Alright, so that should be it. I'm all out of questions and I'm all out of stuff to talk about, so yeah, I hope you all liked this little 500 subscribers Q&A special. You can all get ready because tomorrow I'm going to post a Sonic.exe rewritten track, so I hope you're all excited for that. And yeah, thank you all just so much for staying tuned and, just being here with me, because I really appreciate all of you. So yeah, all of you have a good day.